Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a quick little video here looking at the battery life kind of issues you may be having on your Galaxy S6 or the Galaxy S6 Edge, and some ways that you could actually rectify any issues you may be having. And I see a lot of people saying that the new Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge doesn't really live up to the older kind of Galaxy S5 when it comes to the battery life. So I don't think that it's a complete nightmare, to be honest. I think that it's very manageable. Kind of like the Galaxy Alpha, obviously not quite as bad as the Galaxy Alpha, but if you do some things, I think you can maximise it. So we can check out something you can do in this video on both of them. So first things first, if we just look at the Edge here, you can see that I've got the brightness on max just for the purpose of this video. But I definitely recommend that you use the auto brightness here to keep it about midway level. I'm surprised the amount of people that I see, like in real life, complaining about their battery life and they've got their slide all the way up here kind of thing all the time. So this isn't something you're going to be able to put on full brightness and get like really good battery life on. So do keep it about there. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to keep it on full brightness though, so you can see the screen. Other thing you can do here, you go into the settings. This is the other main big one, in my opinion, is the location setting, which many people still don't understand really. It's this one. So if you go in here, you can see I've got it on full accuracy here, mainly for the purpose of my video making, so that when we test the GPS it's accurate, but in day-to-day use, there's not really much need to have this on full accuracy. If you do need the GPS, I'd recommend that you put it on GPS only, which to me, on multiple devices, it seems to save a lot of battery life putting it on that. But if you don't need the GPS at all, definitely put it on Wi-Fi and mobile network, so that you're not using your GPS module at all. That will save you a hell of a lot of battery life in itself. The other thing you can put on here, if we go to the Wi-Fi and more, keep Wi-Fi on during sleep. This is something which I have set to never, as you can see. So when the device goes into sleep mode, it will disable the Wi-Fi after a while. Now what you also need to do is make sure that the device doesn't then go into the 4G or 3G state. If you do need stuff to come through in terms of like emails, etc., then fine, you need to have a data connection or you need to have a Wi-Fi connection. But those you don't need, everything coming through all the time, I disable this, and then when you put a SIM in the device, you'll get another setting, mobile data settings, and it'll allow you to disable the data or enable it. So I'd definitely disable that as well. Also, you could go into the settings and you may have an option to put on like 3G as well instead of 4G, so I definitely consider checking that out. Sure, your speed may be a little bit slower when you're out and about in terms of the data, but you will be maximising your battery life there. And in regards to the other setting on the Wi-Fi here, there is another one, always allow scanning. So I would select this as scan only while Wi-Fi is on, which should help minimise the battery drain instead of scan it always. Also, there's the quite common sense ones here. Make sure your Bluetooth is off unless you need it, as well as the NFC functionality here. And also there is some other settings we can look at here. So if we go into the display, we can see I have it on adaptive display. Personally, I'd probably try putting it on basic, just to see if that helps with the battery life. I'm not 100% sure if it will, but I think that if it's automatically checking out like what the environment is using a sensor up here, then I think that it might be using like a battery. I'm just going to leave it on adaptive display for now. Other things we can check out here is the account section. So you might have a lot of email accounts here, and you might have your kind of Hotmail accounts, Google accounts and things like that. With like Hotmail accounts and Outlook accounts, you should be able to set the sync schedule if you're using the Samsung email client, which is in here. I don't have any accounts set up on here at the moment to show you. Maybe it would have been good if I did, but I just wanted to basically tell you what to do if you do have like accounts. What you can do is go into the settings on one of them and go like into the more, or sorry, so click on the actual account, and then if you go into the settings, you should be able to see somewhere where it says a sync schedule, and you don't want to leave that on push because it will be basically pushing emails through straight away. I'd set it to 1 hour or something like that, which means it'll just check every hour for a new email, and that will definitely save some battery life. Also, I would look here in the developer options, and you can get your developer options by going to the about device area and going to build number, and then once you hit that a couple of times, it will come up down here, developer options, and then in here we can reduce the strain on the GPU, which will take battery life. So you can turn all these to off, and then once they're all off, you'll see that there isn't any more fancy animations really, and that will reduce the strain on the battery life there. Also, I see a lot of people using live wallpapers. Samsung did actually take away the live wallpapers from the S6, which is quite interesting. But if you've downloaded any third-party ones, I definitely recommend you change to a static wallpaper like this one, because that does take a little bit of battery life to have the animations in the background there. Also, you may be able to see here we have some edge functionality on the right side, and I have a feeling that many of this may actually drain your battery life, so I would definitely turn it off if you don't use it that much. You can still enjoy the aesthetic effects of having, the Edge, one of the best phones on the market right now, but I think a lot of the functionality you don't 100% need if your main focus is battery life here. And there's also a settings panel you can see in here, so you can turn off all these things which will definitely drain battery, like the edge lighting, the night clock as well, or information stream will be pulling in lots of kind of data from your news feeds. Get that off, so that should improve the battery life a hell of a lot. Also, there's the active voice commands as well, which you can put on the S6, which I have set up, but like some other phones like the Moto X, I think that it may drain your battery, so I think that you should definitely get that off. So if you go into the tools here, S voice, settings, voice wake up, turn that off basically. So I'm going to keep it on for the purpose of my videos, but you know where to go now. S health. Now, I've not set this up yet on this device, but I do know that when I set it up on my Galaxy S5, I saw a massive battery drop off. So I'd definitely reconsider using this if you want the maximum battery life. I think you can pause the pedometer every now and again when you need like a maximum battery life. Maybe you're going camping or something, go into your S Health and just pause the tracking of where you are, because it is using your GPS.